the Mosby family. I'm going to turn it over to the guest of honor and let him tell who he's got in the shot there. So, Jeff, if you would, tell us who you got with you.
This is my son, Isaiah Mosby. And then this is my daughter, Jayla Mosby, and Jalea Mosby.
And guys and ladies, thank you for joining us. Now, we would be remiss if we didn't have you, the guest of honor, introduce yourself. So, sir, tell us who you are.
I'm Jeff Mosby. I went to Central Hardin High School. I was the state champion in the 119 weight class in 92.
And you were the first Central Hardin state champion. And Central Hardin you've got John Hardin. We've got all the John Hardin wrestlers on the channel. North Hardin has a great tradition. But Central Hardin, man, there's only two of you. You in 1992 and 2004 heavyweight Joe Barrow, not to be confused with the Cincinnati Bengals quarterback currently, but his name is spelled with an E, Joe Barrow. So there's only two state champions from Central Hardin. And, man, we're glad that you were able to hop on with us. And we've been planning this for seems like almost a year now to get together, but we finally made it work tonight. So let's kind of start off at the beginning. What gets you into wrestling? How do you find the sport?
Well, I always ran track and played football.
Mm-hmm.
My coach, Bobby Lewis, he's a little bitty short, muscle-bound man. He comes up to me in football. He's like, I need you on my wrestling team. I'm like, what? What is it? I don't really understand wrestling. He's like, come out and we'll show you. So I'm really competitive. So I go out there and he puts me with one of his top wrestlers and they throw me around and it really pissed me off. So I'm like, okay, that'll never happen again. So I joined the wrestling team.
What grade was that? Do you remember about what grade?
I was 8th grader.
8th grader, okay. And I would also be remiss if I think the Hoptown crew still say you rep that orange and black down there. They say you're a Tiger at heart. We've talked to several of the Hoptown crew, Willie, Miguel, Livingston, all that crew down there. So I think Hoptown wants a share of that 119-pound state championship as well.
Yeah, I grew up in Hopkinsville, and all my friends was Willie, Miguel, all those guys. We were all pretty much family. We played a lot of football and, just around kid stuff. But,
right.
Like I said, we grew up together, and I really didn't start wrestling until my 9th grade year because I broke my kneecap my 8th grade year. So,
oh boy.
That set me back. I wasn't supposed to ever done it again. I wasn't supposed to play football or anything like that, but yeah, that didn't stop me.
I get you. So let's kind of pick a little bit about your high school career. I've got you in 1990. I guess you would be a sophomore there, 119 pounds, 5th place. And I think you wrestled at East Hardin before Central Hardin consolidated. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Then 1991, 119 pounds, 3rd place. So you're moving up one step on the podium each year, seems like.
Yeah, I should have been on the podium that year. I got robbed.
I got you. But then this video, your 1992 year, let's go over your bracket, because I want to ask you about your first round match here. The first round, you're wrestling Nick Pabon from Louisville Trinity, and it's got you winning by a default. What happened there? Do you remember what happened, why you got the default?
They say it was illegal slam, I think, and then they went back and checked it, and the slam was legal.
Okay.
And I was roughing him up pretty good, and he didn't want to do it.
I got you. And on these older style brackets, it really doesn't have the reason. It just has, how you won. So I was wanting to, make for my own purposes, just kind of find out what was going on. You get to the quarterfinals. you're wrestling Isaiah Young from Covington Holmes. You win that by a fall. You pin him. It doesn't say what period or how much, but you pin him. The semifinals, you're wrestling Mike Lee from Simon Kenton. And I believe Mike goes on to get 5th place. And I believe in 1994, I believe he wins it, if I'm not mistaken, 140 pounds. You get to the finals, and you're wrestling Desmond Young from Louisville Fairdale. Now, we're not going to tell you what the score is. We have the face-off and the match video. We're going to watch that momentarily. But real quick, let's kind of talk about you win your semifinals, knowing that you're going to the state championship match. What's going through your head?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Whenever I had one setback in the regional, that was my one loss, which I never should have lost, you know. But I wasn't going to lose the state.
I got you. I completely understand. And it should be said also that I think you said earlier, as of this filming, you made a Facebook post about your wrestling journey, and it's a phenomenal read. But I sent you the link a while ago, but you posted that you only I think this morning was the first time that you'd watched it since you'd wrestled, correct?
Yes, that was first.
And that's one of the beauties of this series is you having the footage forever, the family, kids that wasn't even thought of, not just with you, but just about everybody that we've done had their kids there, never got to see Dad wrestle. And it's cool that, we got 3 spectators with you that's finally going to get to watch that, Dad win it all. That way you can say George King has my favorite line of the series so far. George King, 2000 state champion from Union County, most outstanding wrestler, most pins, least amount of time, all that. And we were doing his video earlier last year, and he had the line of the series. Maybe not now, but at one time, Dad could do it. And I think that's such a good line. But we're going to go ahead and pull up. Go ahead.
I can still do it.
Oh, you still got it, huh? I got you. I like that. Hey, guys, does Dad still have it? Be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Long as the kids agree. Now we're gonna pull up your video here, and you guys are seeing what we're seeing. It's gonna cut right into the face-off. So you guys ready? Here we go.
And 119 from Fairdale, Desmond Young.
Now, in case you don't know,
Central Hardin, Jeff Mosby.
we're at Louisville Atherton Gym, made famous by Jack Harlow. It's going to pick right up. So, of course, you're in that yellow singlet. What's your go-to takedown normally here, man? What are we looking to do?
My favorite is the duck under sweep. I normally duck under, sweep the leg, or
Right.
if not, just crank them, take them down.
I understand.
I like to slam. That was my.
Hey, as long as it worked, man, as long as it was effective. Hard to believe this was 31 years ago.
Yeah.
So you're doing a good job there, controlling his head, looking for to get up to that outside like a single, just like you got. There you go. Take him straight to his back. You're getting a near fall count.
Yeah, I thought it was over then. They didn't give it to me.
There you go. You work back over. He tries to stand up on you, trying to get away, but you're not having any of it. There you go. Ooh, nice trip right there. I seen it right there. You were going to dump him, wasn't you?
Yeah.
So you're trying for like a near side cradle there.
I don't know why. Yeah, calculation.
He's able to fight out of it. There it is. There it is.
That kid was really flexible.
Yeah, man. There you, end of the period. Now, who's the coaches in your corner this year or this match? Do you remember?
In the corner, it was
There it is, getting a near fall count. Ooh, come on, Mr. Official. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for those of you that are new on the scene, see how big that guy's camera is back there in the white sweatshirt. That's how big video cameras used to be. You couldn't pull out a cell phone and record stuff. You had to have a big shoulder mount brick. There it is. And there's somebody in the crowd that keeps yelling about every two seconds for you. Do you know who that is by chance?
I believe it was Junior Higgins' mom.
Okay. There you go, back to the center. You're controlling the mat. Push, head tap, lift. Uh-oh. You ain't lying, man. You left the lift and slam. I can tell that.
Yeah.
There it is. Ooh, nice takedown. Very smooth on your takedowns. All right, so this is the start of the third period here. This is the first time you've been down the whole match. Looks like he throws the legs in on you.
Yeah. He's good working legs, but I think I was trying to rest a little bit too.
Yeah, I don't blame you. He's trying for like that power half, but I don't think he does any good with it.
No.
There, nice reversal. Nice job. That's about the third or fourth time you've tried for that inside cradle, so that must have been something you really like to do as well on the mat.
Yeah, I normally got it a lot, but he was so flexible. It was.
Yeah. There it is. Locked it up. He really hasn't done a whole lot this entire match. You just basically just wore him out. All right, we're out. We're neutral. Nice throw right there.
That was over.
And that's the final score. You win by a score of 17-2. You become Central Hardin's first state champion wrestler. There you are, man, getting your hand raised. And we're going to go back to full screen. So before we get to you, kids, kind of go down the line there and, you know, watching it. What do you think about Dad's wrestling ability?
He's really good at it.
Really, yeah, I agree with you. What about you?
I think that he's really good at it too. I mean, I could never wrestle like that.
And
Julia.
Go ahead.
I think that he's smart with the decisions that he made when he was wrestling, like with what moves he did and stuff.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, that's three good responses. Three good. You guys can make a TikTok later about how good of a wrestler Dad was. I'm sure that, that's what the kids do now. I'm not cool enough to be on TikTok, so I got to do YouTube stuff. But man, Jeff, watching it back like the second or third time you've ever got to watch it, does it play out the way you remember it? Besides you winning, like the points, the way you scored them, the way the match flowed, do you remember being as dominant as what you were?
No, I don't. But I remember whenever I got to state, I knew there wasn't no way I was going to lose. So,
I understand that, and
I had a lot of people on my back.
Reading the Facebook post that you made and the comments that it seems like you had the whole community behind you. What it seems like people were posting that they remember you wrestling and stuff, and that's great. Just like I said, 31 years ago, man. That as of this filming, 31 years ago, that happened, and something that we like to say. Oh, what have you got there?
I got this is what a lot of people made for me. It's got
Oh my goodness.
my matches and my track and football, but this is Mike Kaufman. That's who I dedicated the match to. He was a good friend of ours. He went to West Hardin.
Okay.
Whenever the schools come together, he passed away. Was it last year? The year before. So, yeah. But yeah, it's a scrapbook a lot of people made for me, and talks about the merger and all that stuff. So
Right.
and then there's one where what was it back?
Yeah.
You'll have to send me some take some photos of that and send to me so we can insert them into the video here. People can see, man.
Okay, and there's the news clippings, first ever state champion. It was pretty cool. And then I got
that's one of the beauties about having this series or doing this series is having the video and being able to get the video out there for, like I said, for families, for the kids that wasn't around or whatever the case is, and even the people that you may have wrestled against, wrestled with, that they can finally, say, hey, I wrestled this guy, or this is the guy that beat me in this round, or and that's one thing about men when we get older, we love to talk about like, I almost beat that guy, or, I was fighting the flu that tournament, or he got lucky, the ref, him and the ref's dad were buddies or whatever. And that's just the way I guess guys are, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah.
And the one of the things too about this series is not just having the video, not just everybody that remembers you getting the what you wrestled in, is the stories that we've heard, not just from like I wrestled in school, I wasn't the best, I'll freely admit that, but when you talk to people, no matter what sport it is in school they played, whatever activity they can, whether it's band, cheerleading, dance, wrestling, basketball, whatever, is for the most part, people take what they've learned from a coach that influenced them, somebody that let them know, hey, I believe in you. I know you can win this state championship. I know you can make the varsity football team for me if you just hit the weight room a little bit, or I know you can go to this college. I know you can do this, with the belief that somebody else is like, they believe in me. I can do this. Coach so-and-so said they believe I can do this. With wrestling, the lessons that we learn in the mat room, on the mats, we take out into the world and basically apply them for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that what you learn technique wise, learning a new hold, learning a new move. It's what do I learn about myself? If life gets hard, am I just going to roll over on my back and just lay there and count the lights? Or am I going to fight off my back if I'm down and say, daggone it, I know I'm a fighter. I know I've got a instinct in me to get off my back, to get up, and whatever's going on in my life, I can face it head on.
Yeah, it says a lot about life because you know, you go back to the times that you were in the blockhouse, or you know, the times that you wanted to quit, and the times that did get bad, and you know, you use that in life. You know, like you said, the way I see it, if you can wrestle, you can do about anything. So
That's a fact, man.
it was, you know, constant training, training your mind, your body, and like I put in my post that I want to give a shout out to Glendale Children's Home because it was a big part of it.
I completely understand that. So of the four people on the screen there, does anybody have anything you guys would like to add to wrap this one up?
Do you?
She normally likes to talk, so it's weird for her not to have anything to say.
Do you?
I got you. Well, I guess if the kids can't make, you know, a TikTok or make an Instagram reel, they're not too lively, right?
Right.
But Jeff, man, do you have anything you'd like to say or to add to wrap this one up?
Yeah, well, I just want to, you know, thank you for getting me the video. Dude, you don't know how much I tried to find that video. And then Robert Tucker, he messaged me and was like, "Hey, man, you need to get in touch with Alex Green. He can get you that video." It's like, really? I'm like, how? He's like, just message him. He'll get you that video.
Well,
and I messaged you, and you told me, "Hey, you do this interview, I'll get you the video." And hey, you come on with your promise. I appreciate
hey,
it.
man, that's one of the. A long time ago, I heard a person that I have a lot of respect for. They said, "Never draw a hungry crowd if you don't intend to feed them." And with this series, meeting guys that I've only, you know, heard stories about or saw in the history book or whatever, is I like to be able, like you said, deliver on the promise. And I do my best to find the videos. And let me tell you a little how we found this. Good friends of the channel, Harrison Courtney, 4-time state champion from Woodford County, and his dad, Brent. They messaged me and they said they found I think it was like 145, 140, something like that, to heavyweight of the 1992 finals, but they couldn't find the lighter weights. And if you remember, Bobby Van Hoos from 92 from Johnson Central, he wrestled Chad Edwards. Rest in peace to Chad Edwards. He passed away last year, but I was looking for his video, and I just so happened to be in the Woodford County area and went over to the high school after school course, done a couple review videos with some guys, and they have a locker room right off their gym, and they had like hundreds of tapes. And like the second one I went to was the 1992 video that I was missing. And I was like, I'm taking this. It's mine. And I brought it home, converted it, and it wasn't probably a month after that you reached out to me and we were able to get it to you. And man, like I said, it's just been doing this series has been so gratifying, so fulfilling on a lot of levels, getting people the videos, doing memorial videos, and letting the world just see Kentucky wrestling. Kentucky wrestling has been hid for so long that it is now the most accessible, the most viewable, the most shared, the most liked, every little YouTube analytic that you can think of any high school sport on YouTube. There's not another high school sport on YouTube that is more accessible and more popular right now than Kentucky high school wrestling, and it's all because of this channel.
Yeah.
Guys like you, guys that want to do the review video with me, and just let the world see, hey, we can wrestle in Kentucky. We got more than fried chicken. We got more than horses. We got more than bourbon. We got some good wrestling going on.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are satisfied, I think that's all I've got. Jeff, man, thanks for being here. Kids, you guys, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. But that's all that I have. We'll see you guys on the mats.